Hey guys, welcome to Rad Tech Reviews. My name is Kyle. Today we're going to be talking about Open Water 3 Cage Dive. Um, so like and subscribe if you want to get more great content like this. And let's just get right into it. Very different from Open Water 1 and very different from Open Water 2, which I have not reviewed Open Water 2, but that one's not really about sharks at all, so it's a little bit of the black sheep from the other two in the trilogy. Now this one is very unique from the others because it's basically a found footage shark movie. You have a group of young people, they're probably, I don't know, mid-20s, maybe college age, and they're traveling to try to do some extreme stuff. I guess there's some other thing they want to be a part of, but they want to show that they're adventurous enough or dangerous enough to be worthy of this other show. So they travel to go do shark diving, to kind of add that to their resume. And while they're doing that, this tidal wave capsizes their boat. They end up stranded out in the middle of the water, which the found footage style I thought was very unique. I thought it added a freshness to this because the shark subgenre can get pretty repetitive, and it's already bad enough, a lot of the quality. So I really enjoyed they did this kind of documentary style, like somebody finds their camera and this is kind of the story of what happened to these people. So that's probably all the non-spoilers I'm going to talk about, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting into spoilers themselves. One thing they introduced, which is completely unnecessary, it's the only gripe I have, is it's 3 people, so you have 2 of them are a couple, guy and a girl, and then the third guy, kind of the third wheel, but of course, him and the other guy's girl have their own thing going on behind the back. It's just, I get they want to add drama, but to me, being stuck at sea with sharks is drama enough. I don't really need a love triangle thrown into the middle of it for no reason. Other than that, I enjoyed every other part of this. I mean, I thought it was very impressive. When they're in this shark cage in the first place, even that feels tense, and they're safe at that point on the inside. Then after the tidal wave comes and fucks everything up and they're stuck out there, I mean, you get this great moment of gore where they find a guy who's kind of turned over and his face is like half cut open, like almost like a meat slicer got a hold of it. I mean, and that looks pretty good. And then even the sharks themselves, they all look really good. There's maybe a little CGI here and there, but for the most part, it seems like they used a lot of real footage, or used it just subtly enough to where there wasn't any obvious fake shark stuff, which that always helps, so that you can really feel like it's really happening. After they floated for a while, they do find first they find some life preservers, which is probably, that'd be a big deal, and then you get this entire nighttime sequence where they're using night vision with the camera. I thought that stuff was great. I thought it added even more to the horror of it all, as far as not being able to see or know what's going on. Now the idea that this guy would be stranded, floating through the water and holding a camera the entire time that's silly, but of course without that we don't really get the movie, I guess, so that's one of those things you just gotta accept and move on. But then the other thing they find while they're out there is they find an actual raft, inflatable raft, that they pull the thing and it opens up, and then, I mean, you would think from that point on they would be perfectly safe until a helicopter finally spotted them, because this thing is huge and there's no way it wouldn't be spotted as long as they just stuck to it, you know. In the middle of the night they have another stranded person floating on something they save, and then the girl has a panic attack, and they're fighting over one of the flares, and they accidentally set the flare off inside the raft, and I guess the riders are just kind of like, well, we basically saved them. I guess how are we supposed to fuck things up so that they're back in danger, because otherwise they could have just floated until somebody found it. But, so they set this flare off, and then you don't see it happening. The three of them get out, but the girl that they found drifting was unconscious. So you get a kind of a chilling little moment where she's just screaming because that flare's going off inside the raft, which is covered, and you can tell it's just cooking her alive. I mean, she's burning up, and then the whole thing kind of explodes, and then they're back adrift. Then the girl gets taken first out of the three of them, and before that, they kind of admit to having the affair behind the other guy's back, so he's pissed. So you finally get that kind of coming out. They fight a little bit, and then our main guy, he dies of, I guess, a heart attack. You know, he doesn't even get taken by the sharks, which is a little surprising. And then right when the other guy thinks he's about to be saved, you hear a helicopter coming, and then you get a nice little jump scare from underneath of a shark popping up and getting him, and then as the camera's floating down below him, you get glimpses of him getting torn apart, and then it rolls credits after that. I thought it was very tense. I thought it was real good. I really enjoyed the entire thing, so definitely check it out, especially if you like shark movies in general. If you like found footage movies, I mean, that adds an extra element that I think is really cool. And then let me know what you think. Thanks.